So this form is theater. Well, you can already see that. So I don't need to go into any more than that. So we're just going to walk over here. We're a couple of old people. Come on, darling.
Come on, darling.
Our elder Taiji brother, Almanzo Laoma Remembered, teacher emeritus with Magic Tortoise and founder of the Black Bamboo Pavilion School, passed to the realm of the immortals on September 22nd. We remember Lauma used to quote, "Time flies like an arrow." And so the tale of your days, measured in blackened banana peels draped on tree limbs on your walks by the river, has come to an end. You are free now to return there, the faithful Mongo by your side. Or perhaps your heart will lead you back to a city of lingering splendor, to Snake Hill, the Red Pavilion, diminutive Grandfather Ding and deaf-mute Master Zhang, who have undoubtedly been waiting for you.
Late in his career in the ring, asked how he thought he'd be remembered, Muhammad Ali said, "I'll tell you how I'd like to be remembered. As a black man who won the heavyweight title and who was humorous and who treated everyone right. I wouldn't even mind if folks forgot how pretty I was." Something of Ali's spiritedness reminds me of Lauma, and like Ali, Lauma had a way with words and could also float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Over the years, I've seen only one other person move the way Lauma did, so it took time to realize that the strength and beauty of the Wudangshan 108 was not just about form, but also about Lauma's agility and the finesse in embodying it. The Banana Tree, a poem dedicated to Lauma, is a composite of walks we took after he'd had open heart surgery. Like Taiji forms, poems unfold within boundaries, and I wish to say something about what lays outside that poem, in response to number one's asking me to write on behalf of our school. The path we walked had accrued special meaning both as a place of recovery and the place where Lauma and Mongo forged a deep connection. I would learn that it was likely only a matter of time before this land would be developed. Safely away from civilization, Lauma would unclip Mongo's leash. Often, Lauma talked about teaching Taiji and emphasized various points we had discussed long distance. But the few times he talked about being Yeye's student resonates most deeply now. After classes, Lauma had the honor of carrying Yeye's bag of weapons up the walk to the tea pavilion. Often, Yeye would pick up a stick and target specific leaves. Early on, Lauma had been at the center of some mischief outside of classes, and word of it made its way through the grapevine back to Yeye. Because Lauma was a foreigner, and because Yeye's national reputation as a martial artist gave him standing in that community, Lauma was sick with fear that Yeye would expel him. So Lauma presented a letter of apology expressing his hope to remain a student. Yeye responded with laughter, no doubt with that twinkle in his eye caught in one of Lauma's photographs. All the while, Mongo would be veering out and back, and as we approached the river, she moved well ahead of us. If we lagged too far behind, she'd wait. Once seeing Mongo crouch down in the grass, Lauma said, "Go slow, something's up there." And sure enough, a man stepped out onto the path. After Lauma had cordially sized him up, we went on. He could have had a gun or something, was all Lauma said about it. Nearing civilization, Lauma would put Mongo on the leash again, sometimes shortening it for safety's sake. His eyes would be trained on her, and he stepped off the road if any distraction lasting more than a fraction of a second needed his attention. To have one's rank raised to senior student was to be tethered to the spirit of mischief, a way of being that Lauma and Yeye likely shared, and one that Lauma merged into his own unique blend of marine and community activist, of focused attention and creative energies in the service of an art he loved. Whenever we move beyond choreography and work to imbue our forms with the fundamentals and function Lauma taught us, we evoke them. All along, Lauma had been impressing upon us what we would need, collectively, to keep growing without forgetting our roots.
No one who visited you could have come away without marveling at your vast collection, so carefully arranged, of symbolic gewgaws, trinkets, souvenirs, and objets d'art. These aggregations of significance were incontrovertible evidence of the storied life of the master raconteur who created them. Outside, carefully placed ornaments and effigies, bricolages of found items, balls and bottles, lost shoes, stones, metal hardware. Inside, shrines in every corner, on every surface, every wall, a bewildering array of hats, sticks, photos, name tags, coins and canes, swords and knives, bells and bagua, gongs and gargoyles, certificates, people, places. Only now do we appreciate their order and meaning, though the key was in plain sight in another of your favorites, Jonathan Spence's The Memory Palace of Matteo Ricci. Push-pinned in physical space, you constructed a memory palace, holding in reverence reminders of friends near and far, events, experiences treasured, the tale of your days, the lives and hearts you touched who touched you. Even the detritus of things found on your walks was lovingly curated by your hands and imbued with wordless consequence. With an order invisible to others, you made a net of connection among small things to trap the larger meanings. So also in your teaching, you focused on details, on fundamentals, hoping to reveal to us the larger picture. Time flies like an arrow, and fruit flies like a banana. And so for a little while we part with a verse from Blofeld. This silence in our hearts, what need for speech? Twin hearts now merged in one. Though petals fall to earth, for us the joy remains unchanging and unchanged. I charge you to recall forever and forever the loveliest of days, too precious to forget.